Hey guys, Carbon107 here checking in. This is going to be my vlog series that I think I'm going to do probably either once a week or every other week, or, just depending on if something comes up or if I want to talk to you guys about something. Figured, aside from just the gaming stuff and the news and all that kind of stuff and the podcast, wanted to kind of just give you a look inside my head. Get you guys a real good look about who I am and how I think and what I like to do and why. First thing I wanted to talk to everyone about was my recent lack of any kind of videos. I'm still fairly new to YouTube, and by fairly new I mean extremely green. Put out a few videos and got the podcast going really well. I took a step back after posting my two big videos that actually had any views at all. My Overwatch controversy and then the one about the PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live with Gold games. And I really just wanted to think about what I wanted to do on YouTube. Was those the type of videos that I really wanted to put out? The podcast is going great. I know I want to do that. It's, we got a really good head start on that. Just jumped right out of the gate and it's going great. There's going to be some changes coming through. We lost one of the guys who was doing the podcast with us, so he's no longer with us. So right now it's just me and my friend Channing, Dr. Gnome from Gnome Gaming. But it's still going great. We did a duo podcast last night, which should be posted up either tomorrow or Thursday, and it went really well. So we're still in high spirits and pushing this thing out at full speed, and we got some ideas for the future, so those are great. But what else did I want to do? What else do I want to put out on YouTube? What do I want to be known for? If luck has it I get famous or get big or whoever, which I completely don't expect that to ever happen, but it's wishful thinking. What do I actually want out of YouTube? What do I want to be known for? Do I want to just be known for the guy who posts videos talking about topics that are big right now? Yeah, I want a few of those videos out. I don't want to put those out, once a week or anything like that, unless big things happen. Like the Overwatch controversy hit close to home for me because Blizzard's one of my favorite developers, so I really wanted to comment on my thoughts, and I kind of wanted to let everybody know what the actual controversy stemmed from. And just kind of see an outside perspective. I hadn't played Overwatch yet. I was really hyped for the game at the time, so I just wanted to kind of put my perspective and what I researched and found on it. And then the Xbox Live versus PlayStation Plus was another close to home for me because I'm paying for PlayStation Network at all times, and I'm not getting anything out of it compared to what, friends of mine who own an Xbox, and they were getting tons out of it. So those videos did hit close to home, and I do want to put that kind of content out. So it's not that I don't want to do those videos because I didn't like making them, because I loved making them. They were really fun. They took a little bit of time, especially the Overwatch, because that was the first real video I'd ever done. And the Xbox Live versus PlayStation, really, it was easier. I was able to do a lot more with it. I didn't have a gameplay video with that one. I had, slides and pictures and examples and stuff. It took a lot longer than the Overwatch, surprisingly. It had gameplay, but the other one didn't. It's just, the videos take a long time to do, so I don't want to waste my time putting out videos that I don't like or that I'm not happy with. And I'm not saying that I'm not happy with those. I am. I just don't want to do that all the time. I want to know what I want to do. So I took a couple weeks off and I just really thought about it and really just kind of soul searched and thought, if I'm going to get big, what is it going to be for? And honestly, I like commentary. I like talking about games. I like, expressing my love for the stories, the adventures, the hidden context, the subtext, everything. What I love about video games is how they're like interactive novels or movies. And that's what I really want to talk about. That's what I really want to share with you guys. Like, if I would have made this video whenever The Last of Us came out, I would have been posting everything about that game and video gameplays, let's plays, everything, because that's the kind of game that I really love. A game with substance and story. The gameplay wasn't anything fantastic, but the story was phenomenal. And that's what I really want to share with you guys. I could post tips and tricks, I could post news and all that kind of stuff, but that stuff is good for what it is. I'm not dissing it, but that's not what I want to do. What I really want to share with you guys is my love for gaming and the stuff that I really like, and hopefully you guys share that same thing. I have a lot of people tell me that my enthusiasm for games is one of the things they like about me, which that's flattering. I don't believe it, but whatever. I mean, I think that about myself too. I have a lot of love for video games. I have a lot of love for entertainment. I watch all kinds of TV shows. I watch all kind of movies. I read books. I play video games. One of my favorite things is the tradition of telling a story and telling other people's stories and telling your own. I'd love to write a book one day, or, make a movie or TV show. It probably will never happen, but it's a dream of mine that I've had since I was really young. Everybody that knows me personally knows that I write all the time, or I used to anyway. I haven't lately. I used to write short stories and like starts of novels and stuff that never went anywhere, but it was fun because you were creating a world, and that's what video games really are to me, is someone else's world, someone else's vision, and you're living it, you're playing it. On a movie, you watch it and you experience. On a TV show, you watch weekly or like Netflix, a whole giant shitload all at once, but that's my favorite thing, is that stuff can provoke an emotional response from you. It can make you love. It can make you hate. It can make you scared. It can make you laugh. I mean, really, it comes down to that really just pulls out the emotion inside of the human body and mind. And if you're religious, your soul or spirit or whatever, but it really just, it says something about how stories really talk to us. You can really comment on people or a certain type of person or an emotion or an aspect like of the world, culture, political, anything, and just 10 minutes of a TV show can go through all of that stuff. Or a 2-hour movie can really make you think like, wow, I never thought about that before. That's crazy. That's my love for entertainment and for stuff like stories and video games. But with video games, it's different. You're not just watching and not just interacting with it. You're living it. When you're playing a game, you're in it. You're there. When you play a game that has a specific character, you become that character for a little while. Like, I've been playing Fallout 4 recently. I've always been very vocal about my hate for Fallout. It's not that I hate the games, I just didn't like the gameplay. I never played the first two, so I can't say anything about them. But Fallout 3 and New Vegas, I tried. I really, really did. I played a little bit of Fallout 3, probably about 5 hours into it, and I just couldn't pick it up again. I played about 2 hours into New Vegas and shut it off. I don't know what it was about them. I really can't explain. It's been so long since I played them. Like, if I went back and played them now, I could be completely different. I could love those games. But at the time that I played them, whatever I was in my life, I didn't like them. But Fallout 4 has really struck a nerve with me on something. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the different aspect. You're a guy who is frozen from the pre-war and then actually wake up after everything. So it's a little bit different. You're kind of living that with this person. Maybe it's not our world exactly, but it's similar enough that you have these, really good allusions to how somebody like this guy is seeing the world after it's dead and destroyed when he lived in it before, that you really didn't have in the other ones. I mean, yeah, they lived in a vault, so they're opening the vault into the nuclear wasteland and everything, and yeah, they knew what was out there, but they didn't know what was out there. I don't know. I've really gotten into this game. I really like the character. I really like the story. And I'm really into it. And this is a game that a lot of people will say that the stories are not the best part about the game. It's the gameplay, it's the aspects, in this one you get to build your own settlement and all this other kind of stuff. And that's really cool. The gunplay is really fun. They got a lot of unique guns and all this other stuff. The monsters and people are just really fun. And some of the characters are very, very well written, I think, that I've met so far. And honestly, AI for the dog is one of the better ones I've seen in a game. So I'm really having fun with it. And this is a game where people credit more to the gameplay than they do the story, and I'm still loving it because I feel like I'm in the game. One of my favorite game series is Mass Effect. All but the last 20 minutes of that game is still regarded as one of my favorite games of all time, game series. The people that didn't really ever play it always ask me, why do you like that game so much? It's boring. You just talk to people and then you go on a mission, and once you're done you talk to a bunch more people. It's like, man, you delve into the world and you really, you get in there, you dig your nails deep and dirty and grindy in it. And I think that's amazing how video games can really do that to you. I'm playing this character who's nothing like me. I mean, regardless of the fact that he lives in the future, but this guy is like an Army Marine or whatever, or Space Marine or Navy or Air Force. I don't remember what Shepard was. But then he becomes a Spectre and he's dealing with all these aliens. And I get to put a little bit of me in that, you know, like if I was in this situation, if I was Shepard, what would I do? So you get to make those choices. And I know not all games have the choice system, but it's still the fact that you can interact with these games that make them so different. And it makes them more impactful too, especially whenever you get really tied to a character. I'm not going to spoil any character deaths of any video games, but I can tell you there's some games where someone died and it's devastating because you've been living with this character in their world for hours upon hours, especially if it's like a second or third installment of a game, and they die. It's like, ugh. You know, in Mass Effect 3, some characters die. Like I said, no spoilers. If there are a few people out there that haven't played it, I don't like giving away spoilers unless I give a spoiler tag. You know, there was one character specifically that died, and I've spent years with this character. I did multiple playthroughs of Mass Effect 1, multiple playthroughs of 2, and I've only done 2 playthroughs of 3. But the fact that I was lived with this character in almost like different lives too. You know, I got to see this character whenever I was a nice guy. I got to see this character when I was a dick. I got to see this character whenever I just didn't give a shit about anything and just did what I wanted. You know, and I see this character react and how good they were a friend. And then they die. And in the third one, it was like, oh my God, that was a friend. I mean, I know that character doesn't matter. And some people are probably listening to this going, God, you're an idiot. It's just a video game. It's just a whatever. But if a movie can make people cry whenever a character dies, and that movie's only 2 hours long, and they probably only had that character in their life for like an hour or two. Not even an hour or two. Look at the movie Up, like in Disney. You know, you get this huge emotional roller coaster in the first 10 minutes of the show. Not even, like first 5 minutes. And people were bawling their eyes out. So imagine that amplified with the fact that you're interacting with these characters, not just watching them. You know, you're talking to them, you're making decisions about the conversation, and you're with this character and you're experiencing their story and you're helping them or holding them back or doing whatever. And then that happens. It's like, what? They died? That was a friend, you know? I mean, yeah, I can go back to the game before and play with them, but it's not that. It's just whenever you're playing it, you're living it in that moment. And I think that's one of the big things. I remember hearing a while back that they were doing some studies in psychology or whatever. When you binge watch a TV show, it becomes harder to separate the show from reality. And I don't know how true that is or whatever. I just remember reading something about it a while back. And if that is true, if it is, because I'm not saying it is because I don't know. If that's true, video games must be devastating on your like interactions, because you're not spending a few hours binge watching. You're spending hours upon hours playing these games. I mean, I know some people that have like 1,000 hours in Skyrim. I mean, that's crazy. They probably have 1,000 some hours in Fallout, but it's just the fact that whenever you play games, if you're having a hard time separating it from reality as a Netflix binge watch for a few hours, what does that say about my playtimes through Mass Effect? I probably have more playtimes and more hours in Mass Effect than just about any game aside from an MMO. So, but regardless, I ramble. This is what I kind of want to do, though. I kind of want to tell you guys my thoughts and my feelings on this stuff. You know, I love video games, I love story, I love entertainment, and this is really what I want to do. I want this to be you guys experiencing the world of video gaming, the world of entertainment with me, because even though it is Carbon 107 gaming and my focus will be 90% gaming, you damn well better know that I will have some stuff talking about the Marvel movies, or maybe something insane happens in Game of Thrones or The Walking Dead. I'll probably post something about that too eventually. You know, I might even change it from Carbon 107 to Carbon 107 Entertainment instead of gaming. You know, I don't know. But I just want to be able to share that stuff with the people who care to even listen. You know, you don't have to. You can turn the video on. You can ignore it. You can listen to the whole thing. You can dislike it. Everybody has their own ability to do what you guys want. But I really hope that you follow me on this ride, if not just to listen and comment. I'd love to hear from you guys, anybody who listens. You know, I want this to be an open forum for anybody who cares to listen about my games or videos or channels or whatnot. Just talk to me. You know, I mean, I'll answer. You know, and until there becomes a point where I can't, which I don't ever foresee that happening, message me, comment. Like, subscribe if you want to. You don't have to. It's fine. I'll get through with 20 subscribers. I'm okay with that. If I never get more than 20, I'll still be doing what I'm doing as long as I can, because I really want to do this. And I'm really happy with the fact that I have something I'm now passionate about. It's not just a 9-to-5 job and come home, watch TV, go to sleep, and wake up and do the job again. You know, I've got something I really care about, and I want to continue to do this, and I want to continue to get better, and I want to make better videos, and I want to make better content. And soon, if everything goes right, I'll start doing video vlogs and stuff. But until then, there's reasons for that can't happen. It's just the setup that I have right now just doesn't really permit it. But soon it will. And you guys will be able to see my pretty little face. I mean, you'll be able to see me, and you'll be able to see who I am for those that don't know me. I mean, most of my subscribers at this time know who I am and know what I look like. Those who don't, you'll get to see the kind of gamer that I am, the kind of person that I am. And I really want to share that with you guys if you care enough to listen. So thanks very much for watching, and I might do this once a week. You don't have to watch the whole thing. I think I rambled on for about 16, 17 minutes. Just a ramble, but I enjoyed it, and hope you did too. Remember, if you do want to see more, like, subscribe, comment, throw me some suggestions. If you have a game you want me to play, if you have a topic you want me to cover, just let me know. I'll be there. I'll do it. Might take me a little bit of time, but I'm going to start trying to put out videos more. I think I found out what I wanted to do, and we'll get there. So you guys have a good one. This is Carbon 107, checking out.